You're listening to The Monks.
You're here with the Monks. I'm Heather.
And I'm Josh.
Thanks for tuning in. I have some previous episode business to attend to before we can get chatting.
Okay.
We did watch Three Men and a Little Baby.
We did.
Just to get the scenario correct.
Yeah. It was mostly right. It was 3 Men and a Baby for sure.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it was 2 Men and a Baby because they did know it was Ted Danson's.
That's
it was
true.
left on the doorstep with a note and he was out of town.
And originally we thought maybe it was like I at least thought, like, did one lady have sex with Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Steve Guttenberg? That's no shade. That's 3 partners. That's not that insane. It would have
All
been
good
within a certain gestational period, obviously,
right?
For any of them to.
All good-looking guys.
Good-looking dudes.
Single. High up in their careers. Well, I don't think
Ted Danson really. Sorry, you were talking about his career. I apologize. Like his character's career.
His character's career was not as probably highfalutin as
it
the
seemed
other
like,
two.
It seemed like he was getting good reviews, but hadn't broken all the way yet.
Right.
But he was like a working actor. Mm-hmm. He's on his way.
I think I know why, but
yeah,
I'm wondering if. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Ted Danson, the actor. Mm-hmm. He is one of those people that has gotten better looking as he aged. Mm-hmm. He's a leading man in the show, but he was by a country mile less attractive than Steve Guttenberg. And then Tom Selleck's like
Tom Selleck is on
your
another
North Star. I was like, yeah. Tom Selleck is
He's
a
on
sexy
a different
dude. I was like, okay, this guy. I feel like that covers all times.
He's on a different frequency for sure.
Yeah.
Of everyone else.
Don't you think he's kind of an all-timer though? Mm-hmm. It's like you put that dude anywhere, it's like it makes sense.
Yeah.
And in that movie, he's sitting there wearing those little short shorts.
Well, he's always wearing those little short shorts, and that's really in his contract.
His deal. Yeah, that's really his deal. Because I remember seeing him in Magnum PI, and he'd be wearing little shorts. Mm-hmm. Like that dude likes some little shorts. I bet even now.
I loved all of Ted Danson's shirts. They were. Seemed like they were Ebenezer Scrooge night shirts.
They were all night shirts. They were all like old-timey baseball shirts. Or ghosts of baseball players, where it's like, see? Like that type of vibe. Yeah. Like, we got the Black Sox down through the World Series. And then he bought all their old uniforms to
extend longer. He sewed on different shirts.
There was one scene where he was just wearing it as a nightgown. I was like, okay. But it's funny. I mean, there's nothing I enjoyed more than when you're just a little boy and it's okay to just wear a big t-shirt. And then eventually somebody goes, you got to put on shorts or something. You can't walk around here just little tidy whities with a big old baggy shirt on. Like, we've crossed the threshold.
Yeah, but then you can just wear shorts and no shirt as a boy.
That's true. Boys have it made in the show. I mean, honestly, if you stroll out in just underwear, like most people are like, that's fine. That'll play. Little girls get a lot more heat on them than little boys do. Although it should probably be the other way around, where they're like, no, he's putting his thing. Oh, my God. Like, little boys will just do stuff. I remember my one friend got in trouble when he was a kid because I just remember he got grounded. Mm-hmm. And you've done something embarrassing when, like, you go, what are you grounded for? And he's like, oh, yeah, he's hemming and hawing. His mom goes, he had his little dong. He grabbed the pull string for the blinds and he's just wrapping it around it and he's letting it carry him up and he's just seeing what that does. So he's grounded for that.
Why is he grounded though?
He's grounded because he's going to end up ripping it off. He's grounded. He needs to know not do that.
The dong or the blinds?
The dong. Or the blinds. But I think she was actually like, he's going to rip his appendage off. So he is now grounded. Think about what you did. And don't be shy. Because I think what did it was like he didn't have blinds in his room. Mm-hmm. So he's out in a common space. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Boys are disgusting. We're always out in common spaces doing stuff.
Yeah.
Girls have the good, sense to go in their rooms and explore themselves and figure out what does what. Boys are like, that'll do that, and that'll do and that'll do that, and that'll do that. Help, that'll do that. Help. Like I can just see that scenario. Help, 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 help. Little help! Help! Oh yeah. I forgot about that kid rapping his peep until that. What did your friends rap and with what?
I can't say anything. And no one's ever told me that they've wrapped their privates and not in stuff.
No. Boys will be boys.
I guess.
They're going to do all kinds of stuff with them.
I can't believe you got grounded because it feels like a weird punishment.
Yeah, but at the
I
same
don't think
time,
that should be a punishment
I don't
scenario.
think people weren't there yet. I think she was like, I need you to never do this again. And the only thing I know how to do is ground or hit. So I'm not hitting.
How old were you?
We were probably 9 or 10, maybe. Maybe 8 at the youngest. You know what I mean? Young enough where you'd go, hey, this is my favorite thing. And young enough and dumb enough where you go, I'm going to now wrap it in a thing that literally catapults other things.
Is it your favorite thing at that age?
I think it's always your favorite thing. Once you kind of become conscious of it, you're like, oh, I'll wrap it in this shirt.
It's penis, God, my wife.
Guns and country. A proud dad, penis holder.
That's what I put on my dating profile.
Anyway.
Personal fun fact about the movie 3 Men and a Little Baby. The intro song, the movie starts with a montage.
Yes.
And just for everyone's edification, these are 3 40-year-old men they are roommates.
Yeah.
That's how much it costs to live in a city.
This movie was made in 87.
No, that was the second one, I thought, right?
87 was the first one. I think 90 was the second one.
Oh.
So it's 1987. Mm-hmm. And this is an awesome place. I mean, it's massively large. Mm-hmm. There's a room, like they're trying to show the opulence. It's like they were like, you got to overlay. It's 87. Everybody's going to be like, oh, they're a same-sex couple. They're like, no. There's Steve Guttenberg's painting a mural on the door to try to be like, we're looking at showgirls in this mural. Like, we're very straight. There's a room in the house that's just Tom Selleck where he's just got like regular tube televisions that they, of course, in the set have built all these apparatuses around to make them seem like kind of like what flat screens would do now, like just where they're less bulky and weird. And it's just, he has reel-to-reel tapes basically to show sports to friends. And I said, yeah, dude, if that's your budgetary taste that you want to like, I'm going to show you this in slow motion. Like you are ESPN for your friends. It's like, yeah, you're probably gonna have to have a couple roommates even in 87.
Well, the whole thing was that the mom dropped it off because she just couldn't afford to live in the city and take care of her baby and have a job at the same time.
And she was a good American. She chose job.
She was English.
Well, she was a good transplant because she said, I have to drop my baby off and I got to go to work. I'm John Lennon and I got to go to work.
But my personal fact is when I was a kid, my favorite song, and this is not really by my memory, but just my parents have told me, my mom's friends have told me, my aunts have told me.
Anybody else?
Probably lots of people. That my favorite song, and I would sing it nonstop when I was a kid, was "Bad Boys" by Gloria Estefan.
Why'd you say it all scared?
Because I was just making sure that was the
thing in my
head. Bad boys.
That's probably already more than we can afford.
I'm not paying for that. I'm stealing these.
You hear that?
Right now, it's my alarm ringtone.
Oh, yeah.
So
you genuinely love that song.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it started with a montage, I was like, this is the 80s, man. I think it's so funny. I remember we had a friend one time. We always like montage. We always put something montage in everything we've ever made. And I remember somebody was like, well, it's kind of like, kind of almost like low-end filmmaking. I was like,
a narrative device, you mean?
Yeah, I was like, it's one of the most... It's just such a streamlined way to do a thing sometimes. Now, it was a little, I don't want to even say jarring. Jarring's too strong, but I did comment on it. I was like, oh, we're starting with a montage.
I didn't mind it because it kind of felt like it was still in the title sequence.
Yes. Also, what I dug about it was it kind of had the energy of like music videos back then. And I go, right, you're setting up the world. Like, we need to know these 3 guys. You very quickly get like, they're very much bachelor guys, like in a varying degree. I mean, like they set it up nicely. They're like, Tom Selleck is the son, of this whole universe. Like, people are just drawn to him. And then Ted Danson seems to be second. He's in the arts. And then Guttenberg is like third.
He's also in the arts. He's an artist.
But I feel like they set him up as like he does the worst out of the three. Like he's the one who goes to the bedroom with a girl and he just ends
with
up like
women,
fixing
yes,
her
with
relationship.
their careers. I didn't.
Oh no, he's killing it career wise. He like the lady even comments like, "Oh, you draw this cartoon that's in the paper," that kind of thing. Which I feel like in the '80s is like that's a big deal.
That's a big
dude.
deal. Yeah,
that's a big deal. Now
that's how expensive
now
it is.
I don't know. Now it might be a bigger deal if you somehow have something in an actual paper, one of the 3 papers still in existence, and they're like, yeah, that's a really big deal now. I will say one weird thing was that they just had like a heroin
plot line.
Yeah,
I forgot
and I was
about
like,
that.
oh, I think it would just be enough to have your
This
buddy's,
baby.
you know, mother of his child just drop a baby at your door unexpected. Because she was like, oh, I felt so bad, and I was like, you should feel kind of bad because you didn't make sure someone opened the door. That feels crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's how nice their freaking building was, though. That's what having 3 grown men split a space did. This isn't the type of thing, because when you hear New York,
they were in the penthouse.
right?
I think you have to have a key.
You
or
can leave a baby
something.
in that vestibule.
Somehow you have to have be invited up to that level.
It's
right?
one of those things too, where like the elevator brings you to your own private vestibule. It's not like you're on a floor with other people.
Right.
You
So
are the whole.
It's not like she
top.
left it in the lobby.
No, but I do think like babies get chilly. You can't just leave a baby out there. That's crazy. And then they just did a lot of changing sequences, as you'd imagine, and those were pretty.
They were
bare butt in
very long, very bare privates.
Yeah. I was like, okay. All right.
Real poop and pee coming out.
Yeah. I was like, okay, they're just kind of waiting for nature to take its course for this physicality. Okay.
Oh,
right. They were like, we're low budget.
And that was also, instead of a trailer on Disney Plus where I watched it.
Yeah.
Is what if you hit trailer, it just takes you to that scene where it's all baby private for like 5 minutes.
I want to check one thing because the director is Leonard Nimoy, and I just want to make sure I'm not crazy and it's the Leonard Nimoy. Correct?
I don't think there's another. I did feel the crying scenes were excessive.
Oh my God, they really were.
I muted it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to hear this. It is the Leonard Nimoy. That seems like such a fun fact to know about Leonard Nimoy. We also had ice cream at the ice cream parlor from Freaky Tales.
Yeah, just by accident. That was cool.
Yeah.
It was yum.
It was very good. We've just been piling through some stuff recently, too. We don't have to go way down this, but, like, you know, we watched It's Complicated. Love it.
Love it.
I love It's Complicated when it first came out. Like, I knew it didn't make sense how much I liked that movie.
Why wouldn't it make sense?
I just think they were like, you're young enough to you shouldn't be this into this. And I was like,
because you were ready for that part of your life.
Oh, I love Nancy Meyer movies. You know what I mean? I'm like, I wish everybody got to live like a Nancy Meyers movie.
Yeah.
That really would, like, if somebody's like, if you're trying to like kind of say what you think a perfectly well-run society would look like, I go, everybody gets a Nancy Meyers life.
Everybody is semi-retired from their bakery store, but they're in their garden in their beautiful Spanish villa.
Yeah. HGTV really like moved us all into like design and home improvement. That was, if you track the money, I go, was this originally like hardware stores that got the, because if it wasn't, what a godsend for them.
What do you mean?
HGTV. Like, if you told me that, like, oh, the biggest investor in HGTV originally was, like, Lowe's, Home Depot CEO level people, I would be like, that's very smart. Because it made us all stupidly think it was fun to just slave away on our homes.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
I did it.
Yeah.
It's not.
We went out this weekend. We can't help ourselves. We got to step on the same rakes over and over again.
I don't know. Well, we didn't step on it. We came home with 0 things and no contract signed.
That's true.
But we do like to put ourselves in the headspace of what if we did this?
Yeah.
What would that be?
We went and looked at a house.
Yeah.
And the area is the Montclair area of Oakland. It's so pretty. It's such our vibe. Like, it's trees. It's up on a mountain. It overlooks the city. It's just so pretty, and it just feels like you're getting away from the city. It's magical.
It is very, very magical.
But for us to be there, it would just be a stretch and a half financially. And we're like, okay, we don't need to eat every day. We're in our 40s. I want a little more. We've done a fixer and we made it nice, and that was good for us, but it was a lot of work. And it was a lot of free time just, just put into that. So this time we're like, okay, you know, we're looking for something that's kind of move-in ready. And if we're going to do anything, it's more like design stuff, like painting some walls and, you know, just stuff like that. And we go into this place, and it's already like a little above the it's good. It's not crazy, but it's above what I'd like to pay, because what I'd like to pay is a mortgage that is less than my rent. And that's
impossible.
That's the oldest lie I've ever heard my whole life is like, oh, it's cheaper. I'm like, it is not cheaper. Definitively, it is not cheaper.
It is double.
Yeah.
And it is that plus everything you have to fix or
everything.
Do whatever.
So you're doubling your overall monthly right away just to have it. And then your fear starts, at least for if you're me, I'm like immediately like, what's that noise? Like, what's this? What's that? We're greeted when we walk in this place by the realtor. She was actually super chill. She had a cool look. She looked like a Nancy Myers person.
Yeah, she had a cool vibe. Yeah, she had these cool big, square, black, fat rimmed glasses, a flowy, like...
she was cool. Cool silver hair, you know what I mean? Just looked cool. And immediately she's like, hey, welcome in. Pretty cool, right? House, got a good view. I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool.
It had a beautiful view of the bay, one side of the living room, and then the other side is a courtyard, and then it overlooks a nature preserve. So it was a perfect location.
Hillside Nature Preserve with some kind of like honeysuckle-esque. You have this sweet smell of like honeysuckle. I was like, this is...
It was very, very good location.
Has like a glass, I don't want to say breezeway. It feels like a breezeway, but it is enclosed, but it just kind of has that mid-mod type of feel right there where you can look out. And I'm like, yeah, this is really cool. And she's like, okay, cool. So 3 out of the 4 systems have to be entirely replaced before you could even get insurance. It's going to be a bear, even with that, to get fire insurance up here. This is a high fire zone, and there's just no getting around that. You're going to need to go Goosehead. Okay, you're going to have to start at Goosehead and get a...
She said you got to get two fire insurances.
Yeah, you're going to have to do some kind of California program as well. That, you know, double fire. So it's almost like you walk into a place, you go, hey, this is already a little, you know, little on the high end. It's going to definitely up our monthly. And then immediately you're greeted. First off, I'd never heard, she goes, you're familiar with the 4 systems? And I was like, I mean, that makes sense.
The big 4?
Yeah, it's earth, wind, fire, water, earth, wind, and then love, heart. There's 5 systems.
Yeah.
She's like, so sewer, that's got to be done in 180 days of purchase. I'm like, all the sewer. It needs all new plumbing. It needs all new electrical. That's the 3 that you have to do.
And I thought the roof and the
roof needs a repair. That's only 4,000. My favorite.
She said you have to do all the leaks before you can move in. Right. One thing she said. Yep. Yeah.
So that was all the plumbing. So she's meaning plumbing leaks.
Oh, I thought she meant roof leaks.
Nope.
Because the sewer system would be separate than the plumbing, because that would be the same, right?
So the sewer and the like all of the plumbing in the sewer had to happen. So say you weren't going to do all the plumbing, the sewer line had to happen. So all plumbing, all electrical, it's knob and tube, which everybody just says that. Like, I'm like, yeah, I've heard it. What do I care? I'm already in a high fire zone. Let's just get down. Let's get into it. Okay, we're all high fire.
I have double fire insurance, baby.
Yeah, I got double fire insurance, and I got a pretty good sniffer. So let's leave it knob and tube.
Oh well.
Oh, HVAC, full HVAC replacement. And then as a side note, just kind of a nice little like chef's kiss, it was $4,000 in roof repair. Roof's only 17 years old. Just needs $4,000. I said, do you think a roofer's going to come out here for real? Do a $4,000 repair, or you think this roofer's going to tear back about $4,000 worth of stuff and then go?
Dry rot.
Can I show y'all something real quick? Follow me. And then, and then she's like, the homeowner doesn't want to sit around. Like, I would suggest you get your insurance before you even put in a bid, because the homeowner doesn't want to wait around, for you to get it. And I go, they're going to have to wait around for somebody though, aren't they? Everybody's just, but that's buying in California. Everybody's just like, I'll forego fire insurance. I'll pay you cash. I think what we landed on though is like, nah, it's just not the right time. Like
we went and looked in a couple areas, and I think you and I just like seeing, would we like being here if we saw the right thing just popped up, we would go for it if we liked that area. And you and I we like really rolling through scenarios together. Yeah. It's fun for us. I don't know why. We just like driving around looking at areas being like, do we like this vibe.
Yeah, can we see ourselves here? And I trust our guts 100%. Like, if the gut ain't feeling it, I don't even care if the money stuff makes sense. There's been that may be my downfall. I don't know. There's been a number of times that I'm like, hey, on paper, I get that this might be a smart thing to do. Just doesn't feel like something I want to do.
I don't want to live somewhere I don't want to live.
You and I sometimes will be like, hey, we're picking out negatives. It's not good. We need to be picking out positives, right? For like a week, I was like, it's great every day. And then you were like, well, you need to act like you're on vacation here then.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go to London and yell at the fog.
Right.
You'd be like, oh, that's cool, foggy London. It's like, yeah, dude, vibe with the city.
Yeah.
Again, you can't change the place to what you want it to be.
If you just, instead of being out wherever you are bumming about the gray, if you go into the nature here, if you go into the trees, the fog is incredibly beautiful. It's so cool.
Yes, and the fog at night is so cool. When you see like the pines behind it and the silhouettes of stuff, you're like, in the way the lights cast down, it's like, this looks really dope. Cool. I mean, it really did help that you were like, hey, just get into what's cool about it. I'm sitting here going like, well, in San Diego or in LA, it's like, this ain't where you're at. And it's like kind of an a-hole thing to sit around somebody else's thing and just point it out like bad. So it's the same thing even when we go home to visit. It's like, no, yes, Florida's hot. Get into it.
I can't get into that.
You got to get into it.
I'll get into a pool.
That's what I mean. Like, get into what is fun about being in Florida, which is like, oh, cool. You're in shorts and a tank top everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Like, go sit by a beach. Go get in friends' pools. Like, have a good Florida time. Don't be mad because you're like, I brought all my cashmeres. I'm sweating to death. My cashmeres are going to fray in this weather. And it's like, well, you knew what it was. Like, even at the same token, I knew what San Francisco was. Now, I did come up here to take a look around, and it was like just beautifully sunny and warm. And I'm such a simp that I was like, yeah, California, baby. I mean, it can't miss. And then it's like, oh, okay, they're not lying. The summer is a different thing. So we did the house thing. We also went, and of course, like, we've been kind of contemplating. This is a much smaller purchase, but we've been really contemplating like maybe new couch, maybe get a new couch up in this thing.
Walked away with no home and no couch. So. Which is probably for the best anyways.
We went into Joybird first to look. And anybody who kind of knows Joybird, it's like, yeah, they're doing like funner fabrics and kind of cooler, if you kind of want like vibey stuff. I feel like they're fun for building out those kind of things. I was a little surprised, in my opinion, it wasn't the softest furniture. You know what I mean? But I felt that the lady who helped us there, she was a real pro of sales. We go to Living Spaces, and it's just a little bit different energy.
I think it was a lot different.
A lot different energy. First couch we sit in Living Spaces is amazing, soft-wise. I mean, like the
just
softest.
Sunk in.
Yeah.
Just sunk in.
Yeah.
I wanted that specific one. I wanted because I was already sinking in.
Yeah.
Like, I want this one.
That thing was
not
great.
order. I want this one.
Yeah. So I look around, I find a guy. Where he kind of is like, hey, you got any questions?
Well, they're hovering.
They are hovering.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many everywhere.
Yeah. They love to tell you they don't work on commission, which I gotta say, I do think they work on maybe something they don't call commission.
Do the Sephora thing. Sephora has the greatest thing I've ever heard of. I've never really been in a Sephora. I literally read about it in an article, but I thought this is the most genius thing. They just have different baskets when you walk in, right? If you are like, I am actively looking for help, you can like grab the, hey, come and ask me questions and help me pick. Or you grab the other basket like, nope, I'm a Sephora veteran. I know what I'm here to grab. I don't need to talk to anybody really except for when I'm checking. I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant. Do something like that. Can you put a sticker on my shirt that says already been talked to?
Because I don't like saying every 2 minutes, I haven't even looked at half of this store yet.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I find something I like.
Absolutely. Halfway through, I was like, is this what women feel like when they go by themselves to a bar?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I asked and answered, sirs. I don't need a drink. I have a drink. I don't want to dance. I don't want to chat. I have a drink. I'm not working. I don't work on drink. I don't work on dance. Just so you know.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I don't, that ain't, we just want to make sure everybody has a good time. Okay? That's it. I would do the same thing if you were a guy. I'd come up to you in this bar right now, and I'd ask if you want a drink, and I'd ask if you want to dance, and I'd like press up against you, and that is you can
tie my string to your purse string to my little peeper.
Let me take you over by a window and show you what this thing can do. Oh, help! Oh boy, he's done it again. Everybody's coming up.
Mm-hmm. Everybody told us about the warranty, but not just that there is a warranty, a 5-minute spiel about the warranty. Buddy, I'm upstairs. I heard it 10 times downstairs.
Yeah, I didn't
Shut up.
I didn't rappel down here, dude. I already been through a lot of you. Yeah. All right? I'm upstairs now. Mm-hmm. When you have everyone in your whole store come up and tell me about a warranty, the seed it's planted is like, so this is going to break.
Yeah, so this isn't going to last.
This isn't going to last.
The first guy who I did have an actual question about the thing that I was going to ask when he came over, but he started on the warranty so right immediately. Away. And it wasn't like a breath taken for 5 minutes.
It was very first person, like, his story of the warranty.
His story was, I was jumping on my couch and I said, you're a heavy man.
Yeah.
Why are you jumping on your couch?
Yeah, I'm as a heavy man myself. I go, why are you jumping on couch? Is it just so you could break it? He had every scenario too. I was like, this is too many scenarios about the warranty. He's like, my dog did a thing. A hot amber jumped out of the fireplace. I said, if I'm these guys, I'd be like, buddy, I'm not going to continue to come out here.
Several people said, now dogs aren't covered, but don't say your dog did it. And I said, what is this?
Yeah. It's a little too. So now I'm committing insurance fraud.
Why don't you talk about this warranty if I'm buying it?
At the end, we had one kid that came over and he goes, hey, somebody told me to, literally, not a person's name. Hey, someone told me to come over here, said that you were you had a question. And I said, no. Mm-hmm. Not I, friend. There was one young guy, he was a sweet kid, but we're sitting on a couch and we're doing what everybody does on a couch. We go, oh, we're going to see how the cuddle up looks. And he just sat there. And you said, oh, we're good.
Yeah, I said, you don't have to wait because we're probably not going to decide right here.
And he goes, no, I'm good.
Uh-huh.
And he just stared at us while we cuddled on a couch. Like we're just some little weird genre of, raunch in his life now where he's like, now kiss her. Kiss her. Okay. And I go, what's happening? I'm good. Kiss her. But he didn't leave. Mm-mm. Like these are the things the moments in life where I go, am I crazy? I fully admit he was a sweet kid. Like, he was like a nice kid.
I don't know. I didn't know. I said a couple words to him. I can't commit to he's a sweet kid.
I'm going to go,
this guy could be an absolute murderer. I don't know.
Well, everybody could be, but I think if the general vibes are sweet kid, I give you sweet kid until proven. And I go, what? Oh my God. Oh, I'm quoted. I said he's a sweet kid 6 times in here. Jesus Christ. God, put him in the wall.
He would never do anything like that. No, I could vouch for him. Not sure. Yeah, I'll vouch.
Why did they ask me to vouch for him? I met the guy one time. Why am I quoted so much? What do you mean go to my personal website, he'sasweetkid.org? What the heck? Why did I develop this? Because I had a free Squarespace. I had a code. Oh boy, I gotta take that down, but I get free hosting for the next 8 months, so I guess I'll leave it up till then. Otherwise, it's just going to waste.
Another kid came over and asked something, and I said, I have the ones I want, the pieces of paper that you guys put at the thing. Yeah. I have the ones I want that I'm interested in, that I'm thinking about. And he goes, well, don't get too many. You'll get confused.
And I said, how old do you take us? Third kid came up, sweetheart of a kid. We're upstairs at this point. We already went through the nice man who told us about vibrating couches that have speakers in them. What was great is he goes, yeah, this one reclines. And we're like, okay, maybe.
I didn't say maybe. Really. I said not for us.
But then he said, and it has speakers built in. And I just was like, no. I don't think I'd like that. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'd like that. I've been in movie theaters where I go, this is a little too much.
I just have to say this. This is just burning a hole in my brain. I don't know if they maybe want to take this on board as an option to change their business.
They do not.
Because I don't really think the average person is buying moving around while the
I don't think so.
While the thing is
maybe I don't know.
to the movie. While
I felt like that was young guys and old guys. That was the only people you're gonna get was like 20s and 60s.
Yeah, somebody who worked at the Alien Encounter ride next to Space Mountain, and they were like, "I got this for old time's sake."
Right. Don't you truly think 20 something guys and 60 something guys?
Yes.
Every woman is like, why?
Yeah, I don't want this.
Another thing to startle me? God.
Just trying to have my morning coffee.
Trying to have my Merlot to relax. Everything is just, they call it the Diane Keaton. Oh my God. And if you know, you know.
Anyways, they have about 700 options for those.
Yep.
But not one option for a large chaise and shorter
and piece of a couch.
Yeah, a piece of a couch instead of like a longer one for maybe like a condo sized place.
Yep.
Every place here in San Francisco
has vestibules.
Has vestibules, is small living rooms.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Almost every place here has a bit of a turn to get into, at least in our whole neighborhood. So I go, all right, maybe not every place in San Francisco, but our whole neighborhood, both outer Richmond and outer Sunset, all have vestibules that would be kind of a tight...
the Richmond.
Yeah, kind of a tight turn to like navigate a big couch. And that's how they lost us finally. Because we, even after all that we just described, we had a couch picked out. We had a fabric picked out. We were going to buy an ottoman to go with it. Because we were like, we can't get a chaise. We'll get an ottoman.
Which, by the way, you can't just, if the one here that I like is here and you can deliver it to me by tomorrow, why couldn't you just deliver it to yourself and let me take this one? I do
like, what are the
understand.
odds that the next person in wants the exact same ottoman that we're like? I'm a big like, give them the pickle, like just give them the pickle and don't give them a reason to say no if it's a doable thing. That's customer service, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like just do
and
it.
that's phrasing that comes from a job I had a long time ago, and it was very customer service oriented. It might have been Disney even.
Probably, or something.
It's always been my motto about customer service. Yeah. It's just like, give them the pickle,
I remember you told
me
that, and you were like, oh, the owner of the place is like some place in California, actually, that had been around for like 20 or 30 years, and the owner of it was super big on the comment box. He checked it himself. That was like a big point of pride for him. Like, hey, let's see what the feedback is. And one of the cards said, I've been coming here for 20 years, and I asked for extra pickles, and they charged me for it. I'll never be back. That stuck with me whenever you told it to me. Imagine that. Like, this is the thing that built foundationally your business. This person coming here and bringing their family and all these things, and you're going to lose them over something that cost you nothing. Right? And I understand that guy didn't, and maybe he reached out and was able to salvage it, but there's so many owners that don't do that. And I think over the years, you get it more than I do. I feel like I get talked to the whole time, and a lot of times, cardinal sin, they just ignore you.
They'll ignore me. I get a lot of, they tell me what I want, and I go, that's not even remotely close to what I'm looking for. I know what I want. I'm not really a person who has a hard time making decisions.
No, you're very if you decide.
I think I have a harder time making decisions if it's two things I really like.
Right.
That would be harder but for the most part, I know what I like.
Let me run something by you when you talk about that. If it's two things you really like. I saw somebody that said, if you're having a tough time making a decision, it's because the two things you're picking between are basically the same. Yeah. They said if you kind of extrapolate a little further out, you'll kind of find, especially like they're like, say you make a choice, and years later you look back and you go, I guess it would have been whatever either way. And I just was wondering what your thoughts are, because I don't know if it, like when I heard it, I wasn't like, oh yeah, 100%, but I did at least get the thought behind it.
I think most decisions are very similar. I don't think that there's a lot where it's like, this is the right thing and this is the wrong thing. And if you choose, I think I am on board totally with that. Make it the right decision. We do that. We make a decision.
That's like one of our mottos is like, put your foot in the ground and just make it a good decision.
Yeah.
Like you've made the decision. Now it's your job to make it a good decision. That's something I think we learned and like put into our lives as we got older. We're like, it's on us to make it a good decision. Like there are no bad decisions. They have these companies in Japan called night movers. They have a word for it. I didn't want to butcher it, but there is a Japanese word for what they're called, but it translates to basically night movers. And what it is like, if you're unhappy in your life and you're like, I'm ready to vanish out of here. That's exactly what they do. For the right price, they will come in the middle of the night. You can avoid, it's perfect for somebody like me. You can avoid all conflict. You can do everything, and it will just vanish you. And it can go as far as like arranging plastic surgery, getting new passports, changing names. Whoa. Like it goes the whole way.
Do not bring this to America.
I
cannot hear cops saying maybe she was night vanished. I can't do it. She didn't run away. She wasn't night vanished.
Maybe she was night vanished. I can't even have a cop in America read this article that I read because they'll be like, no, I just saw a thing about that actually. Night vanished, maybe.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't night vanished. Well, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. The thing is, in some way, because it said it's legal, and I said, that's all it said, it's legal. And I said, there has to be some type of letting the authorities know so they don't waste an ounce of their time.
So they could just say they night vanished. Don't worry about it.
They could basically, I think that's it. I think all they're doing is letting the authorities know. Like, and I believe that if like a person is then looking for you, they just go, nope, they're not missing in that.
What are, besides the obvious like domestic violence?
They said domestic violence was a big one.
Or the mobs after you. What are the scenarios?
Domestic violence.
So, but debts you still have to pay, no?
Well, you vanished. You're a new person.
So they give you new paperwork.
Yeah. You can go as far as new. So that person, if you have debts, they may go, I need the whole shebang. If you're just vanishing from like your abuse. Well, actually, if it's abuse thing, you probably need the whole shebang. If I was thinking like another one was they just said the crushing weight of, what did they say? The crushing weight of expectations, which is like somebody that's a dad going out for smokes. You know what I mean? That's a guy going, I can't do this no more. Because
we've been night vanishing for quite some time in America.
Yeah. We just go out for a pack. We just don't even bother.
Yeah.
They just go, that dude's gone. He goes, no, I'm gone. I'm a town over. Guys, for the longest time, just move a town over. The internet really ruined it for dead.
Should you and I start this business in America, but call it Went Out for Smokes?
Yeah. I would just like to, that's pretty good. Went out for milk, went out for smoke, something like that would be good. Yeah, and we could, and our commercial could be that song "Night Moves." Working on night. We'll get to it again. Moves.
Yeah. Come at me, bro. I'm LLC'd.
I'm LLC'd, and I got nothing. You will waste your own time. I
can't even get a couch.
I couldn't get off work for a deposition. So trust me, you're going to have me in the hallway of my office going, "What's that?" I don't know. I couldn't. To the best of my recollection. You're not getting me out. They said that there are communities there, like neighborhoods, that it's just kind of a known thing. Like, you don't really ask.
So that's the first place I would go look if I was looking for a night vanished person.
I wonder though, if you hear somebody's night vanished, you go, well, what good is it? They've kind of said what they're doing. Oh, you mean like if say you are the mob?
Yeah.
I don't think this is just how much respect I have for like Yakuza. For some reason, when I think of Yakuza, they seem so organized and so with it and so tapped in. I don't think you can vanish out of the Yakuza thing. Something tells me the Yakuza, if they're these night movers, doesn't that feel like a subsidiary of the Yakuza? They're like, you're not night moving away from us.
We're night moving,
Yeah, we're night moving, folks. You're not night
We're night moving you. We're saying we're night moving you. We night moved you.
I just know this. I know that I heard a story. Chris Jericho is a wrestler. And he's very famous, WCW, WWE. He did like Lucha Libre down in Mexico.
Okay.
And then he was doing Japanese wrestling. And he said, I'm over there, I get drunk, I get rowdy, and I break a flower pot in the street. And he's like, a man just gets out of like a very nice car in a suit, and like people just stop in their tracks. It's like a movie, like somebody hit pause. And he gets out and he says something in Japanese. And I didn't understand a word of it, but I knew, pick up this flower pot, pick up every ounce of this dirt, and figure out somebody to rectify this with financially. Like to the point that he's like, I just remember where I picked it up and I was just like, here's money. Everything in my pocket. And the guy gives him a nod and gets back. But he's like 100%. They are a part of the ecosystem of like, No tomfoolery. That's one of our biggest, nicest romanticizings of a bad thing. We like to think that somehow organized crime just has these great rules. That they're like, no women, no children. It's always just. And I go, they run prostitutes. They sell drugs that kill people.
They kill people.
They kill people. Somehow, though, if you go, it's a bad on bad, everybody just goes, well, you make your choices. But I'm telling you, I'm like, guys, they're fully involved in a lot of bad stuff. Now, maybe there is a time. Every mob movie I've ever seen, there's always that time where they go, you're moving heroin. They always portray those guys in mob movies in the States like they would step in like, come on. But at the same time, kind of smack around women. And I'm like, I can't get a beat on this. And I guess it's because they're portraying very complicated men. Like, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the mob is weird where they're like, you cheat on your wife, but maybe you'd like literally ball bat somebody if they hurt a girl in the neighborhood. You know, you're like, what is the line here? It's just very murky. And they go, yeah, we're criminals.
Yeah. The line's when I feel like it's being the line.
That's true. That's why I always like the character in The Wire, Omar. He's got his compass, like his, you know, he's got his deal. And that's it. And I was like, this is a great character, man, because it really is just like, no, he's just got his line is his line. And that's it. Not going to break it for anybody. But Night Mover, I thought that's so interesting.
It is so interesting. It is so interesting.
What would you, like, what could make you night move? Like, would you just, because I thought right away, I'd run up so much debt, but what tangible goods can I get my hands on?
Oh, gosh.
Like what, Bitcoins or something? Like, you know, what can I like
rob a bank and then
all
night
of it
move?
away? I don't think they can do that. I don't think you commit that kind of crime and they can help you in that way. I think they'd be like, you're going to bring too much heat. This is like, you did something, like, I think what you could do is like a financial crime, you know what I mean? Like, meaning like bankruptcy may not let you do it, but like you maxed everything out. You tried to, like I said, maybe get your hands on some Bitcoins, get some bitty coins going or something, and then
I don't know what you mean by getting some Bitcoins. Like buying some?
Buy some Bitcoins with all the money you have. And again, I don't know a thing about a thing. So
on credit.
Yeah, like on everything.
And
like
then dip out on that credit.
Dip out on every bit of debt that you had.
I don't know what could make me night move.
Probably
just it depends on where I can go.
I think
if they're saying they'll just put me in, I have to pay for the service, don't I?
Yeah, it's not. Okay. They're not doing it. It's not a charitable organization.
I was thinking if they're just gonna like move me, if I could pick around the world, Spain? I might just you're giving me a new passport.
Can you imagine? It's like us two idiots they go. It's what you'll pay for. Like, we're not paying for it. Oh my God. I mean, what do you guys recommend? I mean, you're the one footing the bill. We're not paying for this.
Where's your brochure of what I can choose?
You can choose anything.
Greece, maybe?
Can you afford Greece? Oh no, that's why I'm.
Can you guys?
Yeah, that's why I'm night moving away from my life. I can't afford anything. No, I just want to. I was like, what would make me night move? I go, I don't know if it's somehow. Again, I'm with you. I go, it's only what I can afford to do, because I keep envisioning somehow I'm retired. That's always my move. I just go, am I done?
I've been wanting to be retired since I was born.
Yeah.
My whole life has been, I can't be here this whole time. Since in high school, I figured out a way to only do half days.
Yeah.
I never want to be somewhere all day. I don't like it.
I worked for a decade, pretty much half days to 2 quarter days for a decade, and then a bookend pandemic off for a year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm burnt out. I'm absolutely fried.
You really have only been working 5 years.
Yeah. I'm fried. There
was this commercial. I don't know if we were in maybe high school probably at the time. And I don't know what it was for, but it was set at a graduation. And the boy takes off his cap and gown, and he has a velour jumpsuit underneath it, and he goes, "I'm retiring." And my dad was like, "That's you. Yeah. That's your wish."
Yeah.
And I was like, "It is," because I have interests that I just would like to putter around and do.
I have this weird like Ulysses Gold fantasy where I'm somehow in a place I've never been, like the Northeast, in some kind of like little bungalow. And it's just me picking blackberries or something. And I go, none of these things would actually be a home run for me.
No.
But it's just the casual nature of like, hey, like got up when I felt like it. Like I just pictured waking up in a sun-drenched room. And the only thing I got to do is like 2 hours for coffee, listen to music, had a sandwich. Now I'm picking some berries.
Yeah,
then
water the plants.
Yeah, it's like, it's all just little rituals, like, you know, and then I'm just somehow allowed to live indoors and eat food every day.
Yep.
You know, that's a fantasy I have all the time. I saw a thing where they were like, people are quiet cracking, because it used to be that people are quiet quitting. Now they're just quiet cracking. And I said, that's always been the thing. Our dads were always quiet. I don't know about your dad. My dad was always loudly cracking. It's hard to see things that you think could be done differently, but you have no power to change it. And I know somebody's just out there screaming like, but wake up and grind. You should be your own boss. And I go, right. But I also live in a world where like you have to come up with the liquidity to do these things. And you have to determine what you want to spend your time doing. We love making the podcast and being funny and joking around and telling stories. That's what we want to spend our energy on. Our extra energy goes into these things. I don't want to like start an ice cream business. I want to go eat ice cream. I want to wake up in my Ulysses Gold or whatever it is and just pick blackberries. They're a pretty berry to pick.
Yeah, they are.
You know? They're like a good one. We're all cracking loudly. If we were quiet cracking, I feel like now the ice is really like, we're like, it's really thin out here. Like,
now we're all laying on it, like trying to scooch.
Oh, they're like, come on.
No one's standing anymore.
Come on. Yeah, it's like, we're all working together as a town to bring each other over the ice.
We heard it and someone screamed, lay down.
Yep.
Spread your weight.
Yeah. It's quiet cracking. Surprisingly, when you're just constantly not having a wage that keeps up with cost of living. And then on top of it, every single article is like how AI is going to take your job from you. It's like, oh, people are not doing good with that, huh? Yeah, we're all quiet cracking, guys. We're going to crack up a little bit. It actually makes me feel, it's kind of like whenever people go, oh, the end of days, I go, selfishly, I really like to know I'm not going to miss anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So quiet crack, hearing everybody crack up at the same time, I go, oh, okay, cool. Like, I hate it for everybody, but it makes me feel good that like any pressures I might be feeling, everybody's feeling. That's the thing. I go, let's just lean into that, guys. Like, we're so similar. Just let's all go play pickleball and goof.
Yeah.
Just goof it up.
Do you think that there is a high probability that there will be an apocalyptic event in your lifetime?
Probably not.
No.
I think they will talk about it my entire lifetime. Like, it's highly probable. And then, like most people before us, which is the case, right? It will be nothing.
Well, all people before us, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. My mom lived in Pennsylvania when she was a kid, and I believe they were Quakers. And their whole deal, not my parents, but like people around her. Sorry, I said that in a weird way. They weren't Quakers. They lived in Pennsylvania, and I believe that the religious people that they would go see their houses, go to their community on like school trips, were Quakers, if I'm not mistaken. But they would have all these, they were like doomsday preppers. They would have all these things in their walls. And it was all like, oh, it's all going to end soon, but we need to make sure to have blankets and rations. And they would sometimes go up on their roofs for certain events thinking like, this is it. And it's just like, I guess the biggest thing is like since the beginning of time, it's just that old humble pie of like, not yet, sorry. Whoops.
What would be your ideal apocalyptic event if you were living and you were going to die in it?
Just something instant, but like where I'm home with you. You know what I mean? Like I'd love the opportunity to kind of like that couple that was found
in the Titanic.
Pompeii. In Titanic.
The old couple that's laying in their bed holding each other. Yeah.
I'm good with that. The Pompeii couple, like the guy with his dog by the volcano. Any of that where you got to tell or hold the person that you love and just check out. I'm good with it. Now it would be this. It'd be me holding you like on a FaceTime with my mom, like, so you guys already got it? Is it a time thing? Is it like time zone related in any way? Or are we all good? We're all getting it. Okay. It's a sphere though. I don't know. Is that having, it doesn't matter. We could be wrong about everything. It's over.
Wouldn't they be dead if they already had it?
Well, I'm thinking maybe it's like happening simultaneously across all zones. They go, no, this one's this is it. I think that.
Yeah.
And even selfishly in that, I go, I hope I have a moment with my person.
I hope it's a quick
date.
I hope it's a quick date.
Don't make it a slow date. Don't do it slow like this. Stab in my face. Don't come in slow. That's not good what you're doing there. Not like this, but like this. Not slow like that. That's mean. That's naughty. Don't do that. Do this so I die. I don't know. I'm getting so hot. Now I'm sweating. Yeah. I'm verklempt here.
Can you tell I'm sweating?
Oh,
probably.
Yeah. Oh, we're absolutely melting. It looks like we're being like in an interrogation video.
What the heck? I was going to say, I hope it's like a carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide.
Okay.
Where we're just
everybody goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can even see like the whole ocean gobbled us up very quickly. Because I go, what's that? I mean, that's going to be so cold, so immediate. Like, I just feel like that's a wrap. That's an easy one. Easy
I want to be sleeping.
Okay.
I don't want to feel the volcano through my skin,
Any final thoughts, feelings, or jokes on any of that?
No.
I love you.
I love you.
We didn't hit record. We didn't hit record.